Hello guys, and welcome back to another Dark Souls 3 stream. Happy Saturday, or whatever day it is where you are. Happy good afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever it is where you are. We're going to be coming back to do the main area boss. We're going to be making sure we take care of a couple important things at Firelink, and after that we're just going to kind of see what's around, see if we can discover a couple things along the way. I'm not going to go too far into the next area, as I do probably want to take that on in another episode. There is an awful lot that you can do. But for now, I think the main thing is we want to make sure we're ready for this boss fight. We did a little bit of preparations in the last video, but we didn't really do anything too serious. There are a couple very important things at Firelink that we do need to do. We did have one conversation with an NPC already. So with that taken care of, I'm pretty sure she is teleported away. We did a little bit of a save there. So we do have no souls, but there are a couple things that we can do. We're going to look at our items really quickly. So in here, we managed to pick up the Sage's Coal. So we're going to go ahead and give this to Andre. We picked up the Sage's Scroll and the Golden Scroll, which are both for this fellow over here. And we also picked up another key item that we'll be talking about later on. For now, we're going to hold on to this. We can see that 5 of these dark sigils have built up in our inventory, so really quickly I want to go ahead and check something. Yes. So this quest line here, the Yol quest line, is complete, as we did get all the free levels from him. We have now a choice here where we can basically start another quest line in Yol's place, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
Oh, prithee, art thou good Yol's master? I am Uriah of Londor, a close friend of his. Thanks to thee, Yol's soul is redeemed. Allow me to express my gratitude in his stead.
So we go ahead and pick up the dignified bow gesture.
Another matter. Thou'rt a lord, art thou not? Bearer of the dark sigil, and our Lord of Hollows. For the time thou remainst our Lord, we of Londor shall serve thee. And I, of course, am also thine.
So we go ahead and have a couple options in here. We're going to check out this purchase item first. So in here we can see that there's quite a few items to purchase. We are currently absolutely out of souls, so none of these will be available to us. But we can see there's a few more sorceries in here. There's this in here. A couple other important things that we are going to want to pick up when we have some souls on hand. For now, we're going to talk to her.
Oh, good Hollow. I'm afraid I must say, Orbeck of Vinheim is a cause of much consternation. He proclaimeth himself Lord of Hollows. If left alone, he may one day imperil thy rule. Fall to this matter yearly, else we are unravelled. Decisiveness is the mark of a true monarch.
So essentially, she is telling us to go and assassinate someone.
Till we meet again. May the dark sigil guide thee.
So we're going to go and talk to the other NPC that she was referencing. I think first we're going to go ahead. We're going to do this. We are going to want to pick up some things. Oh, on the way.
Ah, well, 'tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
So we're going to go ahead and go into this option that we have available to us now. And we're going to give the Sage's Coal to him.
Well, well. What's the Undead Legion doing with a coal such as this? I'd heard one of the Crystal Sages had sided with Farron's Abyss Watchers. I suppose it must be true. You should know, this coal is imbued with magic. First one I've ever seen. Hardly a surprise, is it? I've never been one for books or wise men.
So we're gonna go check out his infusion option inside of his box here. So now we can see quite a few things are available to us. We've been using the Claymore a lot. I have used the Claymore an awful lot in the past. We can't quite use the Flamberge as our dexterity is 13 instead of 14. I fought over that a little bit. I wasn't sure if I would pick that weapon up, but I ended up getting it. The Zweihander is something that I haven't used a lot. The strength scaling is already better than the Claymore is right now. We do have the Greatsword now, which outputs an awful lot, even unupgraded, uninfused. It's already really great. But right now, the Zweihander is kind of in the lead. This is a very hard choice for me because I know the area that I'm going into, I would kind of rather use the Claymore, but the Zweihander is the better option for certain things about that area. So I am having quite a hard time deciding. We never upgraded our longsword or our broadsword. Very, very hard choice. I'm going to decide in just a little bit.
Prithee, be careful.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to this NPC.
Back again, I see. I suppose this means you're after sorceries.
So we're going to go ahead and make sure we take care of part of his quest line before we go and fight the next boss, as it will cancel his quest line if we do not do this. So we're going to go ahead and give both of the sorcery scrolls to him. We can see that now that we do have two of these key items, they are both showing up at the same time. You can see them both at the same time, and you can choose them or retain them as per your wish. But for this quest line, we do want to give these both to him right now.
This is stupendous. Then the undead legion of Farron possesses sorceries quite unknown. Thank you for upholding your end of the bargain. I doubt I ever would have made this discovery alone. Now, let us unravel the thing, so you may put these new sorceries to use.
So now we do see that we have some more. We still have give sorcery scroll, so we're going to go ahead and give that to him in a second. But we're going to check out the learn sorceries option first to see what changed. A couple of really nice things in here that we can't quite get at. Pestilent Mist, an amazing sorcery. One of my personal favorites, especially against some annoying bosses. Oral Decoy's in here now. I believe Farron Flash Sword's in there. There's a couple new things. Farron Hail. Great Farron Dart, which is pretty nice. Regular Farron Dart, which we can go ahead and pick up. We're going to do that. Already have Soul Arrow. Oh, whoops, we already had Farron Dart. Lol. Oh, we can get Great Farron Dart, but like we only really want things that we can actually cast for like efficiency's sake. There's definitely some things that we already have that we need to remember not to buy from him. The extra sorceries for no reason. So yeah, now we're going to give him the other one.
Oh,
Golden
my.
Scroll.
Well, this is very unusual. It's from Ulyssil, an ancient land of golden sorceries. Not even the Dragon School possesses such a long-lost scroll. What would the Xanthus scholars say with their ridiculous headwear? They would simply slaver over this find.
So now we see that we have some more stuff. Some of these we will probably want to pick up. Perhaps not right now. Later on, maybe. Some cool stuff's in there. We'll talk to him.
It is folly to claim lives recklessly, friend. Do not be tempted. No matter the victim's stature, every killing has a consequence. Even as I bloodied my hands, I never realized this simple truth. There I was, the very definition of a fool.
continue to talk to him. That was some new dialogue.
I don't mean to seem overbearing, but have you forgotten? In exchange for my sorceries, you are to bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing the secrets of sorcery. I hope you're not one to break a promise.
Alright, so confirming that we did move it all along a little bit there as we got some more spells available to us. We got some new dialogue, but we are still having a few things to do with his quest line. Actually, quite a bit to do with his quest line. So he'll continue to be somebody that we're coming back to here. We're not going to go ahead and kill him, even though that other NPC sort of told us that. If you take it at face value, you could go ahead and do that. I've done it in the past, and you know, I don't really feel like it's worth it, especially if you're trying to get everything out of everything that you can out of this playthrough. I wonder if there's anything we can buy here. I think we bought everything that we wanted from him already.
Do not be gone for long.
There's definitely some things over here that we're going to want to do. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to infuse a weapon. And I do think that it would be a good thing to go ahead and infuse the Claymore as a heavy weapon. That way I could bring up my scaling. I mean, the dex isn't really that important to me right now. I'm a strength build, so bringing my scaling up could actually help me quite a bit. As we continue to put points into strength, this is really going to pay us back. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is use one of my heavy gems to go ahead and infuse my Claymore heavy. Now, I think I'm also eventually going to do something with the Zweihander, going ahead and infusing that as well. But for now, I am going to want to bring a weapon up to +3 as we are going into a boss fight. This helped us out an awful lot, bringing that up to plus, or not even bringing it up, but just infusing it heavy. But I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to continue to invest in this Zweihander, as the strength scaling is already really good. It already outputs an awful lot of damage, and it sort of leans into the heavy strength investment a bit more than the Claymore does. I do love the versatility of the Claymore, but we just helped that thing out by infusing it. So I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and upgrade this. That's going to go ahead and use 6 of our 10 Titanite shards to bring us up to +3, and that will be our +3 weapon as we go through. We'll probably still be falling back on the Claymore, as it's very versatile. And hopefully we can bring that up to +3 as well. So with our Zweihander there, we're even able to bring this up to +4. We'll hold off on any +4 weapons just yet. I want to save that for later. So that takes care of bringing our weapon into a good standing for the boss fight. As far as our level goes, we are 45. That is more than enough, or should be more than enough for the boss fight. If we play clever, we're going to buy a few things. Actually, I think what I want to do here is I want to get some more black fire bombs. So we've got our heavy Claymore. Go ahead and check the AR, just because curiosity, you know. $227. 252. We'd have to make our armor a little bit lighter, or our shield a little bit lighter. We'd have to do something about that. That would be 277, so that's quite an AR jump.
Oh, hello again. Can't resist it, cat.
So we're going to go ahead and we'll pick up some of these. We need some of those.
Thanks, good compere.
I try to do something here, just for convenience sake. Hopefully the jump is worth the fall. Optimize our falling a little bit here. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. Not that bad. Now over here, we can kick this down. No more tree jump. Now we can just sort of get over here and do our trades. Don't really want to do any trades right now. I mean, there is one thing that I kind of want, but I don't know if... Yeah, I think I need a lightning urn for that. There's a couple other things. I don't quite remember what they are right now. Yeah, I know we already did the homeward bone. That was really the only thing that we did. Let's just... Maybe we buy something and we come back here, just for funsies. But yeah, convenient. It's convenient to have the ladder down, so we don't have to, like, do that anymore. There's one pair of leggings that I wouldn't mind having, but I don't know if I have the item to do it. See here. I don't know if we can buy those yet.
Oh.
Oh, we can buy them. We'll buy one of those.
Good.
Try a couple trades, just to see, just to kind of play around. We haven't really done anything with that. I hear a lizard around here somewhere. I don't want to listen to that thing squawk. So we're going to try to do a couple trades here. We'll do this. Nope, that's nothing. We'll try... I know there's something. I know this is something. The iron helm. There's more of it? I know there's more of it. I just don't, like, remember what all the items... Oh, yes. I know that's one of them. Kind of unfortunate to go ahead and do this, but we're going to do this because we haven't really been using these. Go ahead and pick up that. That's what I really wanted. And then the other part of it, because we got the gauntlet, so we really just need one more part of it. I don't remember what it is. Give me a second, guys. Let me look it up. Just for nostalgia's sake, since we're doing it anyways, we might as well go ahead. Ah. Thanks. Now we got all that, just for funsies. Now there's one last thing I gotta check before I start this. I realized I have been ignoring the chat. Awful habit of doing that. So we're all caught up here. That looks pretty good. Before we go ahead and kick off the boss, it's pretty much prepared. We want to spend some of these souls here. So we hit patches a few times. We've been doing a lot of stuff at the other, you know, the Firekeeper. Or not the Firekeeper, the Shrine Handmaiden. We're gonna go talk to Grey Rat. I think we might be able to change that out a little bit there. We might be able to put this back. Ah, still just a tad heavy. I really want that stamina regen, so perhaps there's a better optimization that I could have here. I think perhaps putting this... Well, let's see. Are these leggings lighter? No. We will figure this out. Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part, huh?
Let's see, we're gonna buy... We really want to stockpile those arrows. We've been doing a good job at that. He doesn't quite yet have the arrows I want. He does have the bolts I want. We'll pick up those bolts. A couple of standard arrows, so why not?
Goodbye.
Check one quick thing. Alright.
Ashen 1, beef.
Check if there's any more key items that I want to mess with here. Not quite yet. We'll go ahead and we'll change around. We'll make our last adjustments, final adjustments here before we go and teleport over to the boss and do a couple quick things. I'm gonna make sure we got all of our things in order, as we do have some cooler stuff now available to us. We'll go with that. That. I don't so much think well, we might need it a little tiny bit. Think we are ready. So we're gonna head over. I believe we've done all the questline things we wanted to do here. So we're gonna head over here. A couple more little small things before the boss in this area that we can do before the boss fight. So we're going to start off with a little bit of backtracking this way. Well, it's not really backtracking, I guess. It's sort of, the direction is backtracking, but it's a new area for us. So now we see that damage output on that single hit is quite nice. Take that, big lizard. Pick up some cool things. Ooh, great magic weapon. I don't even think I can cast that, but that's pretty cool. Gonna head back over this direction. Sorry about that. Accidentally hit my mute button there. We do see that we got a sign. It's pretty neato. I want to do a little bit more exploring first. Take out this guy again. Now, if we hop down this way, I think there's a couple items for us. Get Atonement, which I believe is a Hex. And a Hollow Gem, which won't be really using that, but cool. Some cool stuff. I don't think we can get back in this way. I might be wrong. No, I don't think we can get back in this way. We'll just go right back over to that bonfire. Now we're going to show you my strat for this part. I quite like my strat. This is what I do. And you'll see it all play out through this door. Or this archway. I mean, you could just go for it if you're that kind of person. Kind of like to let the war begin, and I like to hop in there, be just a little bit chaotic, let them both get going on their charge, and then I like to go this way, and hugged kind of, you know, to the right behind these trees, take out this guy, and then I back up this way again. Kind of let them do their thing, get going again. Yeah, it looks like they're still fighting over there at that little intersection. And these dark wraiths will kind of proceed. We took out one of them earlier in the last episode. I think it was actually 2 episodes ago when we had our guest on. Shiny there. And an enemy there. We'll pick that up. Oh no, the life drain. How dare you? F that guy. Dropped some cool stuff though. We're gonna head over this way. Pick up an item there. You can already hear it in that building. I think we've got that one last enemy to take out unless he died. Yeah, he's right there. Sort of clean him out. Now we've got some NPCs we can summon. A little risky doing this, not at full health. High risk, high reward, I guess. We had a summon in here. We'll try to summon our Londor Paleshade. Get a gesture there. Got another sign over here. Blackhand Goddard. Looks like our NPC summons pathing is really bad. There we go. Now they're both here. We'll get another gesture from that one. We'll head over this way. Now before I head in, I'll just check these real quick. We'll kind of pump this here. And we're gonna go for it. Bring him down for the second stage. And with that, we'll fall a Lord of Cinder. That was one heck of a fight there. He took out one of our NPCs, the other one survived. We managed to pick up some very important items. We'll get a bonfire here. Man, that was a fight. Really, really fun boss fight there. A lot of interesting mechanics. I feel like that one's always really interestingly balanced, having those NPCs there. We'll pick up a very, very useful sit, and we're going to travel back to Firelink for a short little break here while I go ahead and get a little bit of an IRL Estus. So I'm going to go ahead and just mute the line here. I'll be right back. And we are back. Thank you, guys. So that was pretty sick. Took out that Lord of Cinder first try. There's a couple of very important things that we picked up in doing that. We're going to check them out right now. Actually, just kidding. I really, really want to do this first. So we're going to turn things down just a little bit here. Have a quiet little moment here at Firelink. We're going to check out our inventory box. So yes, we picked up this. So instead of being called something like the Soul of the Abyss Watchers, it's called the Soul of the Blood of the Wolf, and it has to do with some lore that has to do with Dark Souls 1. Again, I'm not going to get into that. There's some really great channels for that. But it's a very interesting looking boss soul, and it makes a couple of interesting things. In addition to that, we picked up a key item, Cinders of a Lord. These, well, we'll go ahead and we'll look at them here. We'll go ahead and we'll probably deal with, I don't know if we'll do, I sort of have a video that explained this already. It's not in the playlist, but I'll probably do a video where I talk about these a little bit more in the future during this playthrough, but I do have a video on these already. Let's see here. What else do we have that we could maybe put in our storage box? I mean, we're pretty good on things right now. There might be some dialogue that has changed after having done that.
You offed the Lords of Cinder, the Undead Legion. So that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward?
So we get some new interesting dialogue from him.
I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place.
We go ahead and we pick up the Farron ring. Pretty interesting ring.
I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward?
And I think that goes ahead and exhausts his dialogue. I don't think anything's changed with Leonard.
Now in a very uncomfortable.
Nope. We do have another NPC here now. Go this way, I suppose.
I know you. Been some time since we met in person. I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus? This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates? Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here.
Egon of Kareem.
This place is a cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates. Couldn't hope for better. She must fit in perfectly here.
All right. I wonder if she'll have any dialogue.
Oh, champion, do you wish to hear a tale?
Can't quite learn anything.
You know, in my home of Curry, I would be pleased to share the tale, though, to be honest. But if I had a terribly sorry.
Same thing.
Have a pleasant journey.
All right, so we got some quest lines moved along. Some unexpected NPCs showed up that I, honestly didn't think would be here. We went ahead and we upgraded some things. I think we might continue to do some infusions.
Just good, wasn't
Some
he?
quality of life things. And maybe a couple more reinforcements, some small things. We could bring up one of our long swords that we have. We could upgrade the broadsword. So if we bring up a long sword, we're going to get some better scaling. Still get a little bit more DPS out of the broadsword. But the range and moveset on the long sword is honestly, in some regards, better. I'm kind of what I'm really thinking about here is doing an infusion here on a long sword. So I wasn't thinking of doing a heavy gem or anything like that. I was actually thinking that I'd probably do a fire gem. I do only have one of those, so I was also considering potentially putting that on the dagger, just for crits. It could be really good early game to have a fire dagger and maybe bring that up to +2. But that's not super conducive to the playstyle that I use. But again, having the quick step on there, quite like that. Could also use this dagger and infuse it, heavy quick step. Get a little bit of natural poison on there, and then throw some bleed on and get a really interesting combo going on. So we'll kind of start to plan out what we're going to use for our small sidearms once we have a bit more vitality to carry things. For now, we'll just kind of rely on what we've been using. It's pretty simple strength build, but it lets us plan for the future. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do here is... it's a hard choice because the pacing would be really nice to stop the episode here. I could go a little further into the next area until I hit the next bonfire and then start all that in the next video. But I kind of think it might be more dramatic if I wrap the episode up here. We've moved some quest lines along. We've explored some more menu options. We've talked to some more NPCs. We'll talk to one more NPC just a little bit before wrap up as we have some souls. We'll go ahead and just buy some things here. So we'll visit this one. We haven't talked to her too much.
Speak thy desire, honorable Lord of Hollows.
We are going to pick up some important items in here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up an untrue dark ring. We're going to pick up an untrue white ring. We'll talk more about these later. There are plenty of rings of sacrifice. We already have 2 of those. I suppose we'll buy all of these, or 2 more of those. And we'll come back for some more of these items later. I'm definitely going to pick up this. And we'll just exhaust the rest of our souls on some poison throwing knives. Poison throwing knives, rather.
Till we meet again. May the dark sigil guide thee.
Some interesting dialogue from her. You'd even go so far as to go ahead and start putting some things on here. We used a good amount of resources in that boss fight, but that's what they're there for, honestly. So I think what we're going to do here, we're going to move some things around. We're going to put those on there. I do rather like that. Stick that there. Actually, we'll put this there. Yeah. Pretty good. Alright, so that kind of optimizes the build. As we go into the next area, we can sort of decide what we're going to put on our, we'll sort of decide what we're going to use as we go into the next area. I'm going to kind of strip this down to just the knight armor, put it back to how it sort of started. I'm not going to really decide on a weapon right now. I'll probably decide on the final loadout as we go into the next area. But for now, this has been a, very efficient episode. Take you down that Lord of Cinder first try. It's pretty great. I think we're going to take a short break and we'll be back for another episode soon. But thank you guys who have watched or commented, what have you. I appreciate you and your time. I hope you have a good night, and we'll be seeing you soon.